Hello, I'm Robert Dilts, and I wanted to say just a few words about my upcoming article for Rapport Magazine on modeling genius, and the subtitle is Exploring the Foundations of Generative Intelligence. Now, we all know about intellectual intelligence, IQ, emotional intelligence, EQ. There's even collective intelligence. There's social intelligence. The notion of generative intelligence is the intelligence that allows us to create something new, create something that hasn't existed before. That's the essence of generativity. So it's an intelligence that is a creative intelligence. And this article is about how we model that. What are some of the ways in which we go about modeling it that might be different than the way we model other things. And in particular, I'm looking at four key geniuses. Actually, they're the subject of my forthcoming book, Strategies of Genius, Volume 4. And these happen to be four geniuses that I had the pleasure and the honor to have known while they were alive. Milton Erickson, Gregory Bateson, Moshe Feldenkrais, and Gabriel Roth. Erickson, of course, was involved in the foundations of NLP, was one of the original models from which NLP came, and Gregory Bateson was also a key influence on the beginnings of NLP and a lot of the NLP presuppositions and its sort of systemic nature and focus on ecology. And Moshe Feldenkrais was also somebody who was modeled by Bandler and Grinder, who was an innovator in body work and in helping with physical healing. Gabriel Roth is the creator of the five rhythms movement practice. And on the one hand, these are very different approaches. The thing that they all share is they're all about human development. So this volume 4 of Strategies of Genius is about generative intelligence with respect to development of us as humans. And so one of the things that I am pointing out in the article is that this idea of generativity means that it's what's interesting, there's a kind of a fundamental paradox where you need to have a structure in order to be generative, but generative means you're making something new that goes beyond existing structures. So it's kind of a fascinating, I think, a complement between what we might call disciplined flow. One of the I think quotes in the articles from Gabriel Roth, who used to say, "Do you have the discipline to be a free spirit?" So a couple of the things we'll be exploring that I kind of point out in the article, and I don't go into detail in the various methods of these individuals. That's in the book. But one of the things I am saying about what they all share is, first of all, a deep belief and respect in a deeper intelligence, what you might call an intelligence beyond the cognitive mind, a somatic intelligence, or what we might call a field intelligence, an intelligence in the larger ecosystem. Um, and there is also they also share an ability to creatively adapt in the moment. I think this is one of the keys to I think this generative intelligence is that it's not something that is pre-planned, it's not linear, it is something that is a creative adaptation. Uh, and they also all are how do I say encourage what we might call self-organizing, natural self-organizing processes. So the idea there is that intelligence is not something external to us that we acquire. It's actually something that's inside of us that can be cultivated and released. And another, I think, common factor with all of them is an orientation towards integration and wholeness rather than fragmentation. So I think to me it's very interesting. It's of course a very important one for me because these are the geniuses that I have had the personal experience with. And they're the ones that probably have influenced me in my work the most. So I hope you enjoy reading it. It also talks about then the role of the modeler and how if we're modeling something that's fundamentally different, obviously we're going to be taking on a different kind of mindset. So again, I think you'll enjoy this exploration of generative intelligence, GQ, and some of the patterns and principles of these, I think, wonderful models that embody that so much in relation to human development. So it's also part of what I'm going to be presenting at the conference, the ANLP conference, an international conference, the final in-person one in May. When I talk about state of the art, I will also be going over these four geniuses and lessons that we can learn from them. So, hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you at the conference.